A look now into the America envisioned by the Tea Party. A home catches fire, firefighters arrive on the scene and watch the place burn down, all because the homeowner did not pay an extra fee. Our #1 story, pay to spray, just a preview of what would come in a kind of a la carte government. In a moment, the man victimized by this policy, where it's already in effect, will speak out. It happened in rural Olbermann County in Tennessee. The grandson of Gene and Paulette Cranick was burning trash near the family home when the fire got out of control. The Cranicks called 911 several times, but the fire department would not respond. Why not? Because each year, county residents must pay a $75 fee on top of taxes if they want fire protection from the city of South Fulton, and the Cranicks did not pay. The fire department eventually did show up when the fire spread to the property of a neighbor who did pay the $75 fee. Firefighters put out the blaze on their neighbor's property while the Cranick home continued to burn. South Fulton's Republican Mayor David Crocker defending what is a 20-year-old policy.
Anybody that's not inside the city limits of South Fulton, it's a service that we offer. Either they accept it or they don't.
Crocker telling the area newspaper The Messenger that if the fire department operated on a per-call basis outside city limits, there would be no incentive for rural county residents to pay the fee. The Messenger reporting that Mr. Crocker likened the policy to auto insurance. As an analogy, he said if an auto owner followed their vehicle or allowed their vehicle insurance to lapse, they would not expect an insurance company to pay for an unprotected vehicle after it was wrecked. In Olbermann County, 3 out of 8 municipal fire departments require a subscription fee. 2 of those fire departments, including South Fulton, state they will not respond without payment, while the Kenton Fire Department puts itself down as a maybe. Meanwhile, the County Commission's latest report on its fire services applauds the county's progressive credentials. Fire service is without question a basic life, property-saving emergency service. It is no less important than law enforcement, rescue, and emergency medical services. Joining me now, as promised, Gene Cranick, whose home burned down as a result of this pay-as-you-go policy. Mr. Cranick, thanks for some of your time tonight under these circumstances, and allow me to express our regret here over the loss of your home.
Thank you.
Thankfully, your family is okay, but you're now reduced to living on a trailer on that property there, as I understand it. Can you tell us what was lost in the fire?
Everything that we possessed was lost in the fire. Even 3 dogs and a cat that belonged to my grandchildren was lost in it. And they could have been saved if they had been put water on it, but they didn't do it, so that's just a loss. When
you all called 911, as I understand it, you told the operator you'd pay whatever was necessary to have the firefighters come out and prevent the fire from spreading to your house. What was their response?
That we wasn't on their list.
And what did they say when they finally got there and finally started to work on the flames because they had spread to the adjoining property? What did the firefighters say to you? Were they sorry about this? Would they express any regret?
They put water out on the fence line out here. They never said nothing to me. Never acknowledged. They stood out here and watched it burn.
So if your neighbors hadn't paid either, and the flames had jumped to their house, that would have burned down too. I mean, if nobody out there had paid, we would have had the entire rural community on fire.
It was in a cornfield. They had already harvested, and they had a tractor and a disc out here that doesn't have the flame contained in the field. And the man that owned the field told them to put the water on the house. And they said they couldn't do it because it wasn't on the list.
Has the fire department, to your knowledge, ever made an exception to this rule?
Yes, they have. Back when we had a real fire chief.
Boy.
He had enough gall about him that he would do things. About 3 years ago, in December, this December, had the fire up here in my boy's house. And they waived the fee till the next day. But we done had the thing out before they got there, which don't make any difference. But they still waived the fee till the next day, and I went in and paid it. Have
other houses in the area burned down while the fire department watched because people hadn't paid the fee?
Yes, sir. They let, as far as I know for sure, they let 3, and I heard of 4. And then on the other side of Union City in the community, they let a barn burn that had horses in it. So I don't know what about that.
Is your insurance going to help at all on this?
My insurance is, I talked to the adjuster today, and they right on the ball. So the insurance is going to pay for what money I had on the policy, looks like.
Well, at least, yeah.
But it's like everything else, I didn't have enough.
Oh, goodness. Gene Cranick, I don't know what else to say other than we appreciate you taking the time to explain this to us. And again, our sympathy on what happened. It's unbelievable.
I'd like to say one more thing.
Please.
If I can.
Yes.
The mayor up here said I refused to pay. I did not refuse to pay. I told him I would pay whatever it took. But I had forgot this thing, and I know people don't think you forget things like that, but you do. And this so happened that I forgot it, and I had to suffer the consequences for it. So
yeah, well, you paid your taxes. One would think it would be covered in that. I'm sorry to end the interview on that note, but Gene Cranick, I thank you for talking with us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Keith Olbermann, good night and good luck.